Hello, everybody. Welcome to Arsenal X NGR Radio's Xbox podcast. I am on vacation, but I still have to throw up an X.
I guess we're all throwing it up. I'm confused. Or is it just Ed? I'm confused.
I'm sorry, everybody. I had to get my X out quick. Yes, I am on vacation, everybody, but I am Skyping in.
I was really looking forward to hosting today, Ed, and you ruined it. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Corey. I didn't mean to take it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Joining me, as always, is the wise Wisconsinite, Mr. Jesse Douglas.
How's it going?
And boss man, the leader, the captain of NGR Radio, as always, Mr. Corey Dirrig.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm playing. My Xbox is working. I'm very excited.
Oh, you got it back?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's working. Been playing a lot of Halo. Oh, love me some Halo. Sorry. Continue.
Reach.
Oh, that's all good. So everybody, we got a great show for you. We're gonna go get into what's been in our arsenal. We got 2 stories for you guys, and we have our second part of our Arsenal Exchange discussion from last week. So I'm going to actually get quickly into what I've been playing. I've been playing the Division 2. I'm halfway through it. I got to like level 16, so I only got like probably about a few more areas to visit. Like I got half of the whole map unlocked. But what I've really been playing that I just started to play is Yoshi's Woody World for goodness. Yoshi's Crafted World. Woody World is good, everybody. Play that also on Wii U. But Yoshi's Crafted World on Nintendo Switch. And it literally is now become like my number 1 for a Game of the Year nomination. It just not hooked to second place. And I'm just amazed on how great that game looks. And I kind of now see the power of Nintendo and Microsoft working together. And now I'm all in to get Yoshi's Crafted World on Xbox One with 4K. Like, I would be like, Nintendo, let Microsoft use some of your properties to make games, and vice versa. Because I am all for this if that happens. I'm following you, Jesse. Now I'm all into crossplay. I'm all into now Xbox Live and Game Pass coming to Switch. if Microsoft now could get their Nintendo games. So I'm all in, dude. But that's pretty much what's been in my arsenal. I am doing a review for Yoshi's Woody World. And then I'll be picking up Sekiro later on this month. But yeah, that's been in my arsenal. Corey, what's been in your arsenal?
Assassin's Creed, Odyssey, and Halo. Dude, yes. I played so much Odyssey this week, dude. I'm level 30. I've taken out 14 mercenaries, I want to say. I'm going around finding the leaders of the cult, and I'm just getting to the 4th area. And I think there's like 10 or 11 areas in the game. Like major areas. I know there's over like 30 areas in the game, but like big, massive, like story-driven areas, I think there's like 11. So...
Dude, I need to like start that game back up and jump into it. It's really good. I see your excitement for it. It really is good.
Oh man, dude, I love it. I love it so much, and the fact that you can like they really like this just shows why Ubisoft is becoming is like one of my favorite third-party developers and publishers, because they just listen and they iterate and they fix bugs and they go in there and make a quality game, and it just runs great. You know, I have to say that about The Division also. You know, I've been playing a lot of that this week too, trying to catch up to everybody. It's just, man, I like even in The Division, the fact that you can move your HUD around. I put my mini map on my backpack. And now I just go and I moved my life bar over to the left because that's where I tend to look more often than not. You know, it's so fantastic how you can just move all these little things around. And I can't wait for everybody else to steal their ideas, because moving a mini map, especially in something as a big Destiny player, like having a mini map like right on your gun, like that would
Yeah.
man, oh boy, I cannot wait for people to start stealing that idea from them. But I've been playing a lot of Odyssey. I'm level 31. I think I'm in some sort of where it's like this temple where it starts connecting you to the modern day stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm in ancient Greece, but it's like a temple that is connecting you to the modern day stuff, and it's like got this really different aesthetic, and it looks really really cool. So that's where I'm at with that. I love the ship combat. I got 3 earlier today. I played for like an hour and a half, and I got 3. I'm playing on PlayStation because my Xbox was gone. I got 3 trophies just by playing the game. It just feels really good to unlock certain stuff. There's this one achievement that in the game where it's like, it's called what's it called? It's called like stink bug or something. I don't know, but basically one of the very early missions of the game, you're fighting this guy with a fake eye, and you have to track down, like, and one of his pet goats eats his eye, and you have to track down the goat and kill it to get the eye out. That's the whole achievement, is killing the goat that ate that guy's eye. It's just it's so funny. But yeah, it's just a blast to play. The combat's really good. Like, it's some of the best third-person combat I think it's even better than Origins. And Ed, you know how much time I poured into Origins. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so much fun. And the fact that they took away fall damage after a certain point, where you can literally just jump off a cliff and you just superhero roll out of it, it's awesome. So I've been playing a lot of that. Been playing a lot of The Division. I think I'm like level 10. I just unlocked the person that allows you to open up your clan and stuff, which we need to make an Arsenal X clan at some point.
Mm-hmm. I have one.
So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did make one already.
Oh, okay. So I've been playing that. I like it. I never know what guns I pick up and what they are until I shoot them, which is kind of like, I just don't know anything about real life guns. So it's easy in Destiny when you pick up a gun, you're like, oh, that's a hand cannon, that's a scout rifle, but like if I pick up something with a bunch of numbers and letters attached to it, I'm like, oh, what is this? And I pull it out, and sometimes it's a shotgun, sometimes it's a sniper rifle. It's just like, guess I'll just shoot it once or twice. But I did realize that I'm actually pretty decent with a sniper rifle in that game, which is something I can't say for a lot of games. So that's fun. I like the abilities and the turrets and the hive ability is pretty cool, especially if you're playing with a group of people. The healing hive, so that's what I've been using there. And then I've also been playing Halo, mostly the Master Chief Collection multiplayer. Halo is just a masterclass in multiplayer shooting. Like, it just feels really good. I know like other shooters like do things mechanically different, but like Halo's simplicity in its shooting, like, I don't know, man, it just feels really really good. So
I think that's why I'm looking for Infinite this year. How I want to see how 343 improved the shooting on there, because it's gotten better, and I definitely like the shooting in Halo 5, but I just can't wait to see Infinite on how they handle that. Because if 343 could still lock it down and get it good, man, that's going to be a big win for them this year.
Yeah.
Well, because I love Halo, but I still like Halo. Will always be like one of my favorite, first person shooters. But like, if they could go more in the direction of the way Crysis was, like, I really liked Crysis. Like, like in my opinion, like the only thing that came close to doing Halo as good as Halo is Crysis. Like, they had that whole, like, just kind of like making everything look so good and and doing the shooting, but keeping it basic. Like, because that's the thing is, like, so many shooters now are going away from that arena style shooting, and so Halo, if they can make things look the best and do it and improve it, but still keep it true to that arena style, like I still think that would benefit them, just because, like, other than Unreal Tournament and things like that you have to get on PC, that kind of those kind of games don't exist nearly as much as they used to. So, like, I think that's why I've always liked Halo. Is I've always liked that they stayed true to that style. Like, that's what I grew up playing a lot of, Unreal Tournament and and like the Quake and stuff like that. So, like, I think that's why I go towards Halo so much, or like, it was a natural progression when going into console to gravitate towards Halo, because that was the closest to what I really enjoyed when I first started playing first person shooters. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah,
to see what they do.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that all you've been playing, Corey? That's all been in your arsenal?
Yeah. I can't get enough of any Division or Assassin's Creed, and I've been playing stuff on Switch too, but that's Nintendo Power Blocks area, so you can check out that to figure out what I've been playing there.
All right, Jesse, what's been in your arsenal?
All right, so I have been not playing. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play. Again, like I said, I've been trying to, like, binge watch Naruto and trying to finish Shippuden. So, like, a lot of my extra time has been doing that, and unfortunately, because it's in Japanese and with English subtitles, it's not something something I can just watch while I'm playing something, because I got to read the the text, and even then, a lot of the times the text will pop up for like a half of a second. It'll be like 2 sentences, and then it's gone and on to the next sentences already. And I'm like, God damn it, I didn't even get it. I didn't even read all of it. You're moving too fast at times. But I did play, I've been trying to play Division 2. I'm only like level 6, so I'm like really super far behind. But I am enjoying that game a lot. Like, the one thing that I already notice, like, that the one way that I can notice that they did this so much better than the first one is that in the first one, I never used shotguns. I never used light machine guns. I never used submachine gun. I did use submachine guns in the first one for a little bit. But, like, I've been noticing that, like, all the gun types are actually effective in their own ways, whereas in the first one I felt like you would always want to have the one that does the most damage, and so like I would a lot of the times only use assault rifles and the marksman rifles or the sniper rifles or whatever, because like anything else, the characters were just too much of bullet sponges that they really weren't worth even using or trying to use, so and then in the first one the characters didn't move a whole lot, like, at least it didn't seem like they moved nearly as much coming towards you as they do in this game. And so the shotgun has actually been useful when you're behind cover and they run over to you while you're behind cover, and then you can just, if you got a good shotgun, you can just kill them in either one shot or 2. And so this, they've really done a good job, I feel like, of balancing things in this game and making it so all the guns feel useful in their own way if you choose to use them. Like, that's just something I didn't feel like there was in the first game. So, Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. It's a much better feeling experience. I mean, I love the first one, but once I started playing this, like it just feels so much better. It definitely feels like an improvement for sure, in my opinion. So, yeah, so I've been playing that. What I've really been trying to play a lot of lately, because I've really been enjoying it, is Sekiro. So, like that, that game is like it's the first From Software game that I've actually been interested in, and so like it really looked good during the previews that we got. And
Yes.
then once I started playing it, I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm really gonna enjoy this game." Like, it's difficult, but it's still fun. It's kind of like that Cuphead situation where it can get difficult, but it's still fun, and you don't mind dying multiple times because you're like, oh, okay, I see what he did there. Okay, so now I just got to remember this and that. Like you just gotta, once you set up a strategy for like each character, then it becomes a little less difficult. But it's kind of like I think I like it the same way that I like the Portal games and stuff like that, where they make you think in a way that not all games really make you think. And like I know there's a lot of people that are saying it's much more easier than like a Dark Souls game, but then there's also people that are saying in a lot of ways though that it's harder than a Dark Souls game. I don't really know about all that stuff, but all I know is like I'm really enjoying it. I like the character models a lot in this game. That's kind of something that I wasn't really very keen of in previous games that they've made. I didn't really care for a lot of the character models. They didn't really interest me. But I really do like the bosses and the way things look in this game a lot. It's very cool. Like I love the crazy big chicken that you can kill, and early on in the game you got this big massive rooster that's like 5 feet tall or something like that, or 4 feet tall. And like it's just like I just like that it's not just humans that you're fighting too. Like there's all different kinds of like weird like animals or just wolves, and there's just all kinds of stuff going on in this game, and it just keeps you on your toes at all times. And they've done a really good job with the fighting mechanics and stuff. I think a lot of that stuff, it really works super well, and I've been enjoying that game a lot. Let's see what else there. I know there's a couple. Oh, I also finally have gotten back into playing some Black Ops 4, which I wasn't even really playing that much lately at all, but I did play that for a little bit, to try to get some more progression. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. I think there's a couple other games I think I played I can't really think of right now, but
Okay. And everybody, yes, we will get into our next challenge. There's just a lot of stuff we're trying to catch up on and still trying to play stuff for 2019. But we're going to get into our Arsenal news. And at this portion, I want to hand it over to Boxman. So what's in our Arsenal news?
All right. We're going to run through these quick because I don't have a lot of time left. Let's see here. Our first story is the biggest story, I think, of the week pretty much, is that Borderlands 3 was announced alongside Borderlands Game of the Year edition, which will be out, I think, by the time this episode posts, for $30. Basically, they're adding new weapons customization options and all the DLC to the first game and bringing it to Xbox One as well as PS4 and PC. And then there's going to be a 4K HDR 4K HDR upgrade to the Handsome Collection. So if you have a 4K TV and HDR and want to play some Borderlands 2 and Pre-Sequel are now 4K compatible and HDR compatible. So that was announced at PAX this past weekend. And yeah, a lot of people are excited for Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it was a big controversy that people at PAX are happy about it, but there's some certain news outlets that just like it's the same Borderlands, and they're not like impressed by the trailer and stuff. But
I think it looks like Borderlands, and I think a lot of people who like Borderlands just want more Borderlands. You know, I mean, in a weird way, I think it's kind of refreshing that it's not like they didn't go the Destiny or Division or Anthem route and make it this live service style game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, I'm actually kind of happy that, you know, it's just more Borderlands. And, you know, when DLC comes, they'll put DLC out and people will play the DLC and wrap it up, you know?
Yes.
That aspect of the game actually, like, is a little refreshing, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But as somebody who doesn't really care a lot about Borderlands, like, I just don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I know Moose has been trying to get me to play with him and Jason, but we'll see. Well,
yeah, I still need to play the second one. I haven't played the second one. I loved the first one. It was like one of my favorite games when it came out. But
Jesse, if you pick it up for Xbox, I'll pick up the Handsome Collection.
I have it already. I actually did pick it up because it was on sale for like super cheap. Last month.
Yeah, last
month. Is the Xbox One collection? I mean, the Handsome Jack collection. Okay.
Yeah, I think I got it for like $20 or $30.
Yeah, I know it's been on sale a few times in the past couple of years. So I mean, I think I got it on Xbox One for like $9 or something ridiculous. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, then I'll pick up a copy and play with you guys because I like for Borderlands 3, I'm doing it for PS4. But yeah, that's great. So any other thoughts, or should we move on to the next story?
I mean, I don't really have any thoughts on Borderlands 3. I think it looks like more Borderlands. I do think the art style, they changed the art style a little bit to be more like instead of the cell shaded look, it looks more how do you like almost like animated, like a, you know what I mean, like a
that's what I want to hear.
Thicker, kind of almost animated. What?
Yeah,
I'm not a cell shaded fan, so that's great news to my ears.
It looks more like everything is made out of plastic instead of cell shaded. Is I guess
so,
is what I'm trying to say.
Does it look more like the it's not like more like watercolors type?
No, it definitely looks more like everything's made out of plastic and everything instead of the cell shaded stuff. So I mean, a lot of things still have that thick black line around it, but it's more of like they added that to an aesthetic instead of making it the outlines of the characters. So
they have like a shy to it.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think it looks cool. I actually like I prefer the visual aesthetic of this game over like certain things. Cell shading works. Like Wind Waker obviously is a tremendous looking cell shading game, but like I don't know. I think maybe that's one of the things that turned me off from Borderlands in the first place too. Was like the art style never grabbed me. But anyways,
like the game was fun enough that I looked past it for the most part. But I definitely would have enjoyed. I think the Borderland games had it been a different art style, but
yeah.
What's our second story? Or our final story, I should say.
Our last story is just Bethesda confirms that Doom Eternal and Wolfenstein Youngblood will be at E3, but no Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6, which I'm not surprised. I think they want to debut that at. I think Starfield and Elder Scrolls are something they're going to try to position themselves on next gen consoles.
Yeah,
I think, especially Starfield, which I think is their next game coming. Anyway, plus I think Fallout 76 is still something that they're working on fixing all the bad press they got with that game. So But I'm excited to see Doom Eternal and more Wolfenstein. So
are they still doing it live, or are they going to go back to that direct style?
I don't know. They just said that they were going to have an E3. They were going to be at E3. So
okay.
I mean, I really don't care either way. I didn't really care for the live thing last year. It was really badly paced and everything, but
that was interesting. I did enjoy that E3 one. I mean, the E3 that they did, like the direct style.
Yeah, I did too.
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I don't know. It's I'm E3, man. It's like it's less than 3 months away, dude.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
I'm interested in what all they're going to show. I can't wait to see more Doom 3, Wolfenstein. I can't wait. So I'm interested. I can't wait in any of their new projects that they're going to bring. I can't wait to see that. Because those two games are definitely on my radar to buy. What about you, Jesse?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm obviously I'm definitely interested in that, and I'm super interested into a new Elder Scrolls. But yeah, I think it definitely would be better on a next gen thing because, like, I mean, they've still got like Elder Scrolls Online and all that stuff that's running on Xbox One, and there's a lot of Elder Scrolls out there. It just came out for Switch, not that long ago, the last Elder Scrolls and stuff. So there's a lot of Elder Scrolls out there for this console generation right now. So yeah, we don't really need it on this one.
And then the phone game just came out.
Yeah. Well, and that what is it? The Google one, the one that you could talk to over the phone or whatever that you make decisions or whatever, the Alexa one.
Yeah, the Alexa one. Yeah. So.
But
everybody, that's been our Arsenal News. We're going to get to our final portion of the show. Last week, we talked about Stadia. We all delivered our viewpoints, whether we agree or not. It was a good discussion, and we actually had a great discussion after it. So we're going to wrap it up with our part 2 about it. And I guess what I kind of want to ask you guys, since we don't fully know everything just yet, and we're waiting for more detail and stuff, regardless of streaming becomes the future or not, what do you hope this achieves? Like, let's talk about the success Stadia can bring to the industry. Not so much a platform, but to the industry.
Well, I think anything that introduces a newer technology is always interesting, right? And I think that I don't think a platform this decade will be able to thrive on streaming alone, right? I mean, that's my big thing. But you look at somebody like Microsoft and even Sony at this point, right, where they're probably going to have some sort of streaming thing next gen. I mean, Microsoft definitely is. I know PlayStation has PlayStation Now. I don't know if they're going to integrate that into PS5 games or not, but
yes.
The thing is like one of the things that I've actually thought about this week was, remember when Phil Spencer, probably 2 E3s ago, said that he wanted people to be able to start playing their games faster. Like, you know how you go to download your Xbox games and it says this game is ready to start, and then you start it up and it's usually just like the start screen, and then it takes you to a menu and it says you can't do this yet or whatever.
Yes.
Like, I think something like that is going to be where streaming is successful at this point, where like you're downloading the game, but until it's done downloading the file, you can stream the game from Microsoft servers, right? Like if you want to play the next Assassin's Creed, right, that's probably going to be a huge game file, and maybe you don't want to wait to play it, so you start downloading it, and then when it says this game is ready to start, right, you can jump in, play it, stream the game from Microsoft servers while you're waiting for the game to download to your disc, and then then when it's done downloading, you'll just play the hard copy version of the game, right? And stuff like that, I think, is where streaming right now is going to succeed best. You know, the stuff that you don't see. Plus, like, you know, playing Xbox games on your phone, right? I'm way more interested in the various uses Microsoft is going to use this than just streaming games through Google Stadia. Now, I'm really interested to see how Google Stadia works, and I think I'm going to try it out because, you know, we cover this kind of stuff here, and we want to know how all this works, right? But I'm as interested as I am in the Stadia technology, I'm more interested to see how Microsoft's version of the Stadia technology works and how it can coincide with the physical copies of games or digital versions of games as opposed to being a replacement. And you know, you're never going to be able to download a Halo Infinite to your phone and play it, right? But if you have it downloaded to your Xbox or something, or you can just want to play it when you're not home, you can totally do that through xCloud, right? But you still have the hard copy on your Xbox sitting under your TV, right? And that's how I think streaming is going to succeed this gen. So, I mean, and you know, if whatever these rumors are, if Xbox stuff ends up coming to Switch or whatever, right? That kind of things, or tablets or phones or laptops or whatever, you know, you can already, if you have, you know, Windows laptops or desktops, you can already stream from your Xbox to your Windows-based computers, right? So, I mean, I'm interested to see how they transfer that technology to these other platforms.
Because I think Project xCloud would definitely work well on Switch in that aspect of streaming, like whether you have it with Game Pass, whether you have the physical or digital copies and stuff. That would still give people initiative to be like, while you wait for the game, play it on the go. Like, get your system connected online, and then just go ahead, and then when it finally catches up, bam, you now got the live copy. If you still want to stream it, it's still available there for you. But you know, your physical version is ready to go. Like, I kind of would love to see it where, you know, where it's like a day early. So, you know, kind of how like when you buy some games, they do the pre-install stuff, but you don't actually start it. So at 12 o'clock, the day that it hits or something, bam, the streaming version of it is available. So everybody can play. Now we're start installing your thing. Like, I could see Project xCloud doing that with Switch. So even if people are waiting for Switch games to download that they pre-purchase, they still could play Xbox Live games on their Switch. So you won't have to worry, because even Capcom and Ubisoft have been streaming games on Switch that, you know, we don't have here yet. But if Microsoft could do it with Nintendo, that's going to be a big thing for them. And still, I say maybe add $10 more to Xbox Live subscriptions for Gold to include this. Like, I would pay $70 a year if they were able to be like, not only can you do it on phone, but now you could do it for Nintendo Switch later on in the year they announced. Like, I would do that. I think that's why I feel like a $80 or $100 kind of Game Pass combo would be good. Xbox Live Gold, Game Pass, and having this Project xCloud for any platform besides Sony, I should say.
Like, I think, like, kind of adding to what you had talked about, Ed, about like having people be able to like play it early or whatever. I think one thing that we could possibly see is more of the like what Resident Evil 2 remake did, where you get like a 2-minute, or like people do like a 2 or a 5-minute, like, or a 10-minute or whatever play of the actual full game, because the thing is like once this becomes a thing, that means that all the games that are made that are going to be coming to Xbox will be on a server or saved in a, the full game will be saved in a file somewhere. And I feel like they could take better advantage of having then that ability to make demos for nearly any game that's going to come out. And I think like it would be cool if they would do like if you're watching the trailer for a game and then it says right now you can click on this and you can play 5 minutes of the full game to see if it's gonna be something that you wanna pick up. Like they could start doing stuff, and I think they could push way harder in sales on games if they started doing where when you're watching a trailer, you could literally right there just play a 5-minute demo of the full game. Like I think games would sell so much better if they would just start pushing that demos of anything that comes out, regardless of what it is.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah. I would buy more games that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're pushing Game Pass, not that like, demos wouldn't be great or anything, but do you see like Game Pass kind of replacing demos for at least Microsoft's first party and indie stuff? Because like you can just download it and be like, I'm playing it through Game Pass.
Yeah, like for their games and like whatever games they pick and choose. But I think what Xbox needs to do is maybe somehow merge their Game Pass with their early access. And I think instead of having early access and Game Pass be two different things, that they should let people play. Whoever has Game Pass, let them play those games in early access. And then if they want the full game, then they can buy it.
Yeah, that's
but for idea. Now, while it's still being made, you can play it here.
Yeah, that I will go for. I would definitely go for that because there are some early access games that we as Xbox players can't play because it's connected to the Microsoft program that not everybody has. But if you got Game Pass and you want to jump in with early access with it, hey, bam, go do that. Because, dude, think about it. Getting early access to Gears or getting early access to Halo Infinite before the game comes out, and that would drive more people to Game Pass. Mm-hmm. I know some people be like, well, just release it as a demo. I'm like, no, people who have Game Pass, let them get them early. If you want to play this demo, then join Game Pass. We always got it on sale for like $2 a month or something. Yeah. They always got some kind of sale like that going. So it's
and then you could buy a year of Game Pass earlier this year for like $60, which is like half off.
Yeah. I just think it would help sell more of copies of those games that are in early access too. That just some people aren't really getting to try out. Like. I mean, mind you, they're usually really, really bad versions of the game, but the people who are looking to play those kind of games understand what an early access game is and understand that it's gonna be bad at first, but you can at least see the systems and stuff like that progressing and see what direction that they're taking it in, and you're gonna know whether it's going to be a game for you or not. It may not be the best version of it, but you're still going to understand what that game is going to be about,
And still get that discount because you got Game Pass, you play the early access, still get that 10% discount when the final game releases. So,
yeah.
But everybody, that is going to be the show. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Jesse, for actually having me. I know you guys have planned on doing the show. But you guys want to hear what you guys think, you can email the show at arsenalxpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at arsenalxpodcast. You can also follow us on Instagram at arsenalxpodcast. You can follow me at Twitter at thatretrocode and check me out on Xbox Live at the Lyrical One. Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at PhantomMaggotaX.
And Corey, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at CorianHD713 and on Instagram at CorianHD. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, all of those who have went to PAX and came back, hopefully you guys had a great weekend there too. With that, everybody, we're throwing up the X one more time. I have to lay it down. Double mini X. Because we are out. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.